From a hot tub you don't want to jump in, to revealing Big Dill's true identity, here is 50 secrets and Easter eggs in Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2. Let's start out with a reference to Kung Fu Panda. Near Outlaw Oasis, there's a cherry blossom tree on the hill. Seems innocent enough, but it's also surrounded by statues of turtles, and it's at this point we're realizing, wait a second, it's Master Oogway.
My time has come. You must continue your journey.
Now closer to the oasis itself, this holiday retreat seems pretty empty while you're exploring, until you find these 3 statues of a wolf. You can rotate them around, trying to figure out the combination. What could it mean? That's until you see an unbreakable safe around the corner, something that can't be destroyed no matter what. It even has the same wolf statue on top. So this has to be what it unlocks, right? Well, you point all the wolves straight, figure it out, you hear a click, and the safe still doesn't open. Now, what you have to do is destroy the carpet beneath you, and then it reveals the secret vault. Getting rich from a secret, it's always great, but the best Easter eggs have to be the ones that make you laugh, like when you walk into a random store on the map and find an entire collection of wolf t-shirts. I guess Fortnite's pretty aware that adding a wolf protagonist to the season would be joked about, so they got ahead of the memes by straight up drawing their own. Whether it's a parody of the classic Photoshop shirts or my personal favorite, Doge. Yeah, this is easily the best joke of them all. They straight up turned Fletcher Kane into Doge for a meme and stuck it on a t-shirt. I don't think a Fortnite villain has been done this dirty since Kato Thor. Not to mention, they've embarrassed him even more with this toilet paper dispenser. Here we're at Fletcher Kane's house, and instead of just a roll of toilet paper, he uses dog poop bags. And of course, they're dispensed out of his, you know. And while that was a lighthearted joke, this season has literally added the most R-rated backbling in Fortnite history. You see, Mortal Kombat is now officially a part of the game, and of course that explains this. It's kinda gross, and it's obviously taken from one of Sub-Zero's most brutal fatalities. Sadly, you can't do these crazy finishers in Fortnite, but you can use Sub-Zero's weapon to do a straight up combo from Mortal Kombat, even finishing with an uppercut. Some of his references are straight up foreshadowing, like how they turned Sub-Zero's ice cream bike meme into an emote. But take a look on the side of the freezer and you'll see Raiden and Scorpion, who is officially coming to Fortnite in just a couple weeks. Now, Mortal Kombat isn't the only way Fortnite's been dropping some inappropriate content. In the back alleyways of Crime City, you can find a red light special store with fish sticks a leg outside. If you understand what red light means, you'll probably be shocked this is a real Fortnite POI, until you walk in and realize it's totally innocent. They're literally just selling red lights. Moving on, that Outlaw Oasis puzzle from earlier wasn't the only secret vault on the map. Turns out, once you go to Shiny Shafts, there are 3 pressure valves that can be turned on, and if you do it fast enough, a secret metal door will open. Now this season is all about breaking laws, but Fortnite will troll you if you don't follow this one. It can be found at the hot tub in the Oasis that has a maximum of 3 people. Pretty specific sign, don't you think? We'll invite that extra friend to the hot tub party, and this happens.
Bye, have a great time.
Epic have been so consumer friendly recently, from decreased skin prices to converting every instrument into a free backbling and pickaxe, and now they've taken it one step further. Previously, drift trails were completely useless to the average player. Unlike cars, wheels, or boosts, these only work in racing mode, and well, not anymore. Now, if you drift or slide in BR with any of these equipped, you'll finally see your cosmetics appear. Now, I've been having a ridiculous amount of fun with the kneecapper bat. This might feel like your average melee weapon until you realize Epic went all out. When you hit something with it, it sounds just like hitting a baseball. And if you straight up home run an enemy into the sky, your character blocks their eyes from the sun to watch them go flying. It's not just baseball happening this season, the Frog family are near where we left them. You see, after we spotted them taking diving lessons last time around, now they're relaxing and playing basketball together. They even got a frisbee session going. Our next Easter egg involves Nintendo, so Fortnite had to be a little vague about it. Regardless, you can find this poster in Crime City for 2 guys cleaning. You crime, we shine. And if those hats and outfits seem familiar, that's because these guys are a ripoff of Mario and Luigi. I guess they became criminals instead of plumbers. Well, after seeing how Fletcher Kane uses doggy bags to poop and has a wolf shirt collection, I'm scared of him less. But Fortnite does want you to think he's intimidating, because he's literally wearing a cape made of his own fur. You gotta admit, there's some aura here. In one of the weirdest side effects of the new season, Shogun X's medallion now gives you shield bubble protection every time you're healing. Except thanks to this, Epic now accidentally lets you pair it with the Chug Jug to get a ton of shield bubbles. Everyone's been talking about Big Dill, obviously he is everywhere, and yet no one has brought up his real secret name. Big Dill, it's just a stage name, but he's actually known as Dillinger, as revealed in this loading screen description and his edit style. Sounds like a weird full name, right? Well, it's actually two secrets in one, being a reference to John Dillinger. He's a real-life gangster who was known for robbing 24 banks in the 1930s. Big Dill, he's a more modern take on this guy. Not only is he a rapper on the side, he's also basically scamming his audience with a meme coin. In vaults around the map, you can find the Dill bit. It's a parody of Bitcoin that shows how much Fortnite is roasting crypto this season. In fact, on the upcoming pump and dump weapon, this has the Dill bit symbol on it, and the name is a reference to the most famous crypto scam method. Now, that's not all. In the patch notes for the season, they even roasted Big Dill for his coin, saying you shouldn't take financial advice from a rapping pickle with more arrest warrants than top 40s. And while some fans hate Big Dill, our last mascot doesn't seem to be popular either. Bird was their first attempt at creating a huge icon for Chapter 6, and he just really didn't take off. So not only has his store been demolished by Fletcher Kane, I think Fletcher hates Bird, because in his house he can find a dartboard with Bird's face on it. Clearly Fletcher thinks he's the best tycoon on the island because he has multiple paintings showing off his wealth, like one where he's toasting his glass of slurp in this portrait, very similar to Leonardo DiCaprio in The Great Gatsby. Then here he is laughing at the dinner table, just like Leonardo DiCaprio again, this time in Django Unchained. So I guess Fletcher thinks he's some kind of Wolf of Wall Street, I guess. Alright, I'll distract you from that terrible joke with an insane secret. Make sure you take full advantage of Sub-Zero's combat kit, because it straight up lets you walk on water. Speaking of tips, if you combine the adrenaline boon with a kneecapper and Fletcher Kane's medallion, you'll just get unlimited sprint. And I know that's a lot of items to earn, but you could do a bunch with just the kneecapper, like trolling teammates. You could even avoid fall damage with this thing by simply holding it while jumping off a mountain. It might be the best melee weapon we've had since the Shockwave Hammer. Now, some players have been pretty sad that Lost Lake got removed in Season 2, except it's not gone. If you head to Lone Wolf Lair, where Fletcher built his house on the lake, you can find a glass case that shows he simply built over it. And look, you can still see the face of the statue underwater. If you didn't have enough proof that Epic are chronically online, I think this tweet is the biggest piece of evidence. They announced downtime with a really strange video. If you don't get this, it's a reference to a viral TikTok trend where people analyze their game clips with a pointy finger like GTA NPCs, and Fortnite even did it with a pickle. Anyway, the screen you should be paying attention to is your own, especially after I show you this broken strat. You feel it kinda broke now that bars have reset? Well, don't worry, you can reach the goal cap in literally 2 minutes. You head into the mines with some mats and place cones everywhere, and you'll just farm all of the gold. Now you have a ridiculous amount of bars in seconds. Makes sense considering ore gives you gold, metal, and the rush ability all at once. Likewise, if you use the plasma laser and some water, you'll become the world's greatest fisherman. But let's catch up with some old friends over at Crime City, because the Coral Buddies are now hanging out in the alleyways and listening to Big Dill. They've also set up camp at Outlaw Oasis, but I'm more focused on who is chilling in the sauna here. Yeah, the YouTube bots from last season are still around, and for some reason I guess they sweat. Why are they in here? Like the robots. And on the outside of the sauna, you'll see posters with Cuddle Team Leader and Meowscles getting pampered. Very cool, Fortnite. Now let's talk about this super mysterious character on the island. At the entrance to the Epic Mega Arcade in Crime City, there's a missing poster on the wall. It's for a sheep we've never seen before, and from the way this image is posed, it looks like an item shop render, so this could be our first look at an upcoming skin. If he's missing, and Season 2 has this weird green screen recording room, I'm starting to think he was kidnapped. Oh, and speaking of the arcade, go inside to find a ton of references to Epic's past. It's called the Epic Mega Arcade for a reason, and that's because Epic Games was actually Epic Mega Games in the 90s. There are rows of games referencing Epic classics like Jazz Jackrabbit, Paragon, and Unreal. I think they're just trying to tell us, hey, we didn't just make Fortnite, okay? And if you've been happy with the recent MedMist changes, we actually have someone to thank. Turns out Joss from the Battle Pass is responsible for this, using her alchemy to turn it from a spray to a full-on smoke grenade. It's not the only secret surrounding Joss. If you're wondering why she has a traffic cone on her head, this is inspired by a Save the World skin from 7 years ago. Perhaps my favorite sign on the wall so far is found over in Crime City's tattoo parlor. Unlike the one from Chapter 4, this place is filled with horrifying designs of all your favorite Fortnite characters. Like, what did they do to this llama? I guess Some Regrets is a pretty fitting name. Not every secret is at the new locations. Head over to Mass Meadows and down into Daigo's old basement. We came here a bunch last season to complete story quests, but with Jade rescued, the need for dark magic is over, so everything's packed up. Visit Crime City instead, where they have their own budget gym, deadlifts. It's just a couple of weights, an old exercise bike, and weights with rocks. Yeah, this place is the Fortnite equivalent of the salty spittoon, and the gym jokes don't stop there. Turn around and on the desk you'll find a comically large tub of protein powder. Now, mobility is always great, but if you still want more, then you'll be happy to hear Rifts have made a secret return. Head to a black market, speak with the trader, and you'll be able to buy a Rift service from them. Not only great for rotating the zone, but also a perfect escape if you get cornered in the bunkers. If you don't like paying for your stuff, you could always rob one of the brand new jewelry stores around the map, but if you don't want to deal with the alarms afterwards, simply shoot them. One thing that's been shut off for good is Daigo's old portal. You see, last season we watched as he slowly ignited it to save Jade before a giant battle with Shogun X took place. In the end, the portal captured his spirit, bleeding gold into the island, and if you're wondering what happened next, it clearly overloaded because it now crumbled into pieces. Drift your way over to Crime City and you'll be able to spot this golden statue of a deer just outside the town. Seems harmless, right? Well, this is actually yet another homage to the previous location. Just like Lost Lake, Fletcher obviously wanted to preserve some of Warrior's Watch, so anyone who landed there often would immediately recognize this golden stag from the top of the old dojo. Something else that remains makes a little less sense. If you visit Shogun X on the island, you'll notice he's still got the Typhoon Blade and Fire Oni mask, and now usually if you defeated him you get these for yourself, but now he drops none of them. It makes him the only place on the map you can still see these. If you notice that the brat looks a little different in the Tasty Boy's latest music video, it's thanks to his brand new hot golden chain. A lot of players were asking for this to be a style, so when we booted up Season 2, owners of the skin got it for completely free. If you decide you want to grab him for yourself, he'll be back in the shop soon with his brand new bling. A feature you might have missed is hiding your locker right now. Scroll to the bottom and you'll see a new music section called Moments. This is perfect for choosing your own theme to drop in from any music pack or jam track you own. And the best part, you can also choose one for your victory song. Click on screen right now to watch our next video. It's been Tommy and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.